Hey guys, it's Jamie. I'm going to do my 1 week postpartum video. You're going to be seeing a lot of videos from me today because I'm kind of redoing them all and recording them all today. Just because my husband's finally at work again and my son's asleep or trying to take a nap or attempting to put him down for a nap or whatever you guys I want to call it. And she's asleep. So finally have some quiet because I can't do anything. I can't record videos when my husband's around or when they're both awake. So yeah, this is been my only good moment. So you'll probably see like 3 or 4 videos from me today. Anyway, so 1 week postpartum. Kaylee was born May 28th, 2012, 9 pounds and 20 inches long. We were released on Wednesday, May 30th. And her discharge weight was 8 pounds and 7 ounces. And everything went really smoothly. Breastfeeding seemed to be going great, but my milk didn't come in until Friday the 2nd. My mom stayed with us until Thursday, the 31st. To help me with Braden while I was in the hospital, and I went him home the first night while we were here with the baby. And then my mom left on Thursday and took Braden with her to Virginia just so we could have a couple days, just me, Denver, and Kaylee to kind of just to get in a routine sort of, and for me to rest and Denver to help me out and help me with Kaylee. So they took Braden just for a couple of days. Friday the 2nd, we had our doctor's appointment for Kaylee, her 2-day after getting discharged doctor's appointment. And the doctor said everything looked fantastic. The one thing was they wanted her to have gained a little more weight than she did. Like I said, her discharge weight was 8 pounds, 7 ounces. When they weighed her there, she was only 8 pounds, 8 ounces. So she gained an ounce, which is good. She wasn't losing weight, but she wasn't gaining right away either. But like I said, my milk came in that day, like that morning. I woke up so engorged. And so I told the doctor that, and she was like, oh, that's normal. So she wasn't worried at all. She expected her to start gaining weight after that day. So I was feeling great, and like seriously, after I had her, I was up and walking maybe an hour and a half later. I walked myself to my postpartum room, which they were not too happy about, but I was like, I feel good, I want to walk. I've been sitting in bed all day, so they had somebody walking with me, but I walked myself to my postpartum room, and my bleeding was minimal, and it really, oh my gosh, it was such a different experience than my son. Like I said, if you've seen my labor and delivery video, I did tear a little bit, but it really wasn't bad. And my bleeding was not bad at all. It really was great. And I was feeling fine. My epidural had worn off almost right away, because I turned it off and then I pushed for an hour. So my legs were functioning right away. I walked myself to go to the bathroom, right after, and then, I was doing great. I felt fantastic. Yeah, it was really amazing. For my son, I felt like I was I couldn't do anything for 2 days. I couldn't walk really well, and I couldn't do anything. Just getting up to change diapers at the hospital was a challenge. But I did everything pretty much on my own because my husband went home to be with our son. And so I was on my own really, and it was fine. I was able to do everything just fine. But then on Saturday, we drove to Virginia to go get our son, and she did fantastic. She didn't even wake up on her own. We drove and we stopped in 2 hours. We always stop the halfway point because it's a 4-hour drive. We stopped at the halfway point, and I went to the bathroom, and I just decided to wake her up and feed her since I was feeling really full. Engorgement was a big problem. I was always so full. I couldn't even pump because it was so rock hard. It was awful. So I had to feed her. And then she slept again the rest of the way. I'm sorry, the lawnmower guys are here. So if you hear that, I apologize. So yeah, I was feeling great up until Sunday. Sunday, we were visiting family, going back, back and forth between my family and Denver's family. And Braden was asleep in the car, and I lifted him up, which was a big no-no for my doctors. And after that, I was having really bad, horrible abdominal pains, and I had to go to the doctor and get some really strong pain medicine. Not really strong. I forgot what they call it, like Tylenol 3s, I think. I don't know, but yeah. But I never really took them. I took them that first night. I took one that first night, and then I felt fine after that. So I still have the whole bottle of prescription. So then we visited family, and she did fantastic. Breastfeeding was doing great. She was sleeping through the night awesomely. She would wake up maybe 2 or 3 times a night. Yeah, and then we finally drove home with Braden and Kaylee on Wednesday. Let's see what else. Yeah. So that's really it. It was a very easy first week. She's an easy baby. She does not fuss really unless she's really hungry. Even with dirty diapers, she really won't fuss. But I still change them like after every feeding, before or after every feeding. Sometimes I wait because sometimes she'll poop right after feeding, so I don't want to change her, then feed her, and then she'll poop. So I'm kind of starting to learn her bodily function timings. I'm breastfeeding on demand, so I'm not forcing any schedule on her. I'm co-sleeping, which is going fantastic. It's just easier for me, and a comfort to me, because I was so worried about SIDS. So it's really comforting to be able to see her breathe and not have to get up and check on her, because I feel like if I had put her in a bassinet right away, I'll be like sitting at it all night long watching her. So it's just all better for both of us all around. And I'm a really light sleeper, so I do not roll on my child. And my husband works nights a lot, so that's not really a problem. Then during days, he actually chose to sleep on the couch, which is what he did with Braden. So don't worry about our marriage; it's gonna be just fine. But he wants me to co-sleep, but he's not comfortable co-sleeping himself. He knows what's best for me and her, and because I get more sleep and she gets really good care, and he feels like it's safer for her so I can watch her breathing. But he doesn't trust himself sleeping with her. So even though I know I am a light enough sleeper, like the moment she moves slightest or he moves, I'm awake. But that's just a comfort for him to not, and he actually loves our couch. He sleeps on there during the weekend all the time, just because he can sit here and watch his stupid shows that I absolutely hate all night long. So really, it's not a problem. And he'll come in some nights, and he'll come with us when we nap or whatever. So we still have that really intimate time. And then we can't have sex or anything like that anyway for like the next 6 weeks, so it's really not that big a deal. We are starting to talk about birth control. I have yet to decide what I want. I'm actually 2 weeks postpartum today, so I'm kind of just doing a look back for this week, for the first week. So we have about 4 weeks left until my doctor's appointment to go talk to my doctor about birth control. My husband and I are between the IUD or the implant, and the implant is like the one that goes in your arm and lasts 3 years, and the IUD lasts 5 years and goes in your uterus. So we're trying to decide, because we do want something a little more, not permanent, but a little bit more, likely to work. I was on the mini pill after my son, and I am just not good at taking pills. I don't remember to stay on them, and right now I'm safe to say that I don't want any more kids for a while. I'm not saying never, but I'm not saying I don't want any more right now. I'm happy with my 2. I feel very complete with my 2, but I know things change. So I don't want to do anything permanent, and neither does my husband, especially because we're so young. We're 22 years old. I can't say I want to get my tubes tied at 22, or he doesn't want to get snipped. I mean, just it just, no, it doesn't seem smart to us. So that's what we're wanting to do. We want to do one of those two. So I'm going to talk to my doctor. And if any of you guys have experience with either one, let me know. I am very nervous about getting the IUD stuck in there. And my husband actually is a little nervous about it too, because he doesn't want it like hitting him when he's, when we're having sex. So if you guys can share any light on that, then let me know, because I don't know which one to do as of right now without talking to my doctor about it. So yeah, but that was my 1 week, and it really wasn't very eventful. And now I'm gonna go do my 2 week and get my son up. So yeah, so I'm gonna probably have both my kids in that video, because by the time I do it, they'll probably both be awake. So, bye guys.